I'm in the latest gap to be filled in the BMW X range. It is the X2. It is to the X1 what the X4 is to the X3 and the X6 is to the X5. Have I confused you yet? Don't worry, so was I. But basically it works like this. Every even number followed by an X means it is the sportier version of the one that is below that. So I'm essentially in the sportier version of the X1. It's lower and shorter than the X1 and ever so slightly wider by a whole 3 millimeters. Unlike its competitors such as the Audi Q2 and the soon-to-be launched Volvo XC40, the low roof and design starts to blur the lines between an SUV and a coupe. But one thing is for sure, it is one hell of a looker, especially in the colors that are on offer like galvanic gold, Misano blue and sunset orange. But the most noticeable thing is the seating position. Thanks to the lower roof line, they sit lower and of course gives you a more sporty feel and more headroom to the trees among us. I, on the other hand, am vertically challenged and therefore I've had to pump the seat up to find myself a comfortable seating position, which I now have. You have two engines to choose from. You've got a 2-litre turbo petrol, which gets 141 kilowatts and 280 newton meters of torque. And then I'm in the 2-litre turbo diesel, which gets you 140 kilowatts and 400 newton meters of torque. The diesel is all-wheel drive, whereas the petrol is front-wheel drive. But we will be getting a front-wheel drive entry-level engine soon in South Africa. Standard spec is pretty hefty and includes things like business navigation, BMW connected drive, real-time traffic information, metallic paint, wireless charging, tele services, intelligent emergency services, and cruise control with brake function. It has Apple CarPlay, but it doesn't have Android Auto because Google still needs to get their act together here in South Africa. The X2 might share the same 2-litre twin-turbo engine as the X1, but it's when you throw it into the corners that you feel the difference, thanks to that lower centre of gravity. And you can certainly feel the mini Countryman JCW in the underpinnings. With sportier, shorter, and squatter dimensions, losing space is unavoidable. It's still rather roomy though, and the boot remains bigger than that of the Audi Q2 at 470 litres. But the rear seats lose the ability to be adjusted by 30 millimeters, which does impact the luggage space and means having to fold the rear seats flat if you need more room. It's not a cheap car. The starting price is 642,200 Rand, and for the xDrive 20D M Sport X, you're looking at 722,600 Rand. Many high-end manufacturers are quickly moving into the segment. Arguably, Audi was the first to do it with the Q2, which interestingly, BMW doesn't think is a competitor to this X2. They think that the Q4 that is coming will be. But you've also got the Volvo XC40, good-looking car that's coming to South Africa soon, and then Jaguar has just launched its E-Pace. The X2 is the most expensive out of all of them, but it is the boldest, and I think that's what will appeal to buyers. If you think of it like a boutique car, you know, swapping practicality for appeal, and when you've got so many X cars to choose from, that's not a bad thing.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed that, maybe give it a like and definitely subscribe to be the first to see our videos as they drop. Yeah, definitely do that.